calling people agents, you know, if they're doing things that are different from you, because this is a huge, there's a lot of stuff involved with this targeting. There's a lot of stuff involved with, you know, the way that we can, you know, the way that we can do things to stop this. And to jump to that, just like, you know, all these agents, you know, make a plot out of, you know, them letting other people talk about the traumatic things that they're going through on the call, saying that it's like, that it's some kind of plan to traumatize target individuals more is really crazy. It's really crazy. You know, all the moderators that I know are doing the best they can. You know, it's hard to let people talk about what they want to on a call, and to not go through some of the stuff that they're experiencing. I mean, if you just do a call where you mute everybody and you kind of just talk to them, I mean, whatever, you can keep people from talking about certain things that way, but why even have a call then? Just make a YouTube video or something like that. But alright, well, and I'm not picking on anybody specifically. I had heard it from a couple of TIs, so I thought maybe it was something that was cropping up in people's minds. So I wanted to go ahead and address it. Now, instead of, and I'm like, the sun is like right in my face. The phone is like scalding my hand like lava. I wanted to do a video in my car because I feel like when I move around, I can think better. But actually, with the problems that are going on with my car, and then some people whizzing around me, if y'all saw the people like whizzing around me, I don't know if it's such a good idea. And the heat of my car, it seems like I'm juggling plates right now. But I did want to talk about some positive things. I'll go ahead and finish out this video. Get the sun out of my eyes. Some really positive stuff that's going on. If you want to, if you really want to cheer yourself up and get a lot of hope going on, go check out Romola D Reports, Techno Crime Fighters Forum number 44. So it's Techno Crime Fighters Forum 44 on Romola D Reports. You know, the team that is doing the team that's doing the targetedjustice.com, they're trying to build the class action lawsuit and do other things with it too. You know, get a good census, you know, of targeted individuals in America and other places. I think you do. Right now they're taking people's information all over the world, but I think they're thinking that only American citizens from the 50 states are going to be able to. I always thought there were 52 states, but I think they're saying just the U.S. citizens from the 50 states. Maybe they meant 52 states. Y'all correct me on that. It might be a Mandela theory thing. And I'm really not the Mandela. I've looked at some things about the Mandela effect, and some things are very bizarre. Like, and I won't get totally off onto that. I know I'm babbling today. I'm still gonna put this video out anyway because you know, whatever. But there was one where it's like I just watched the whole Star Trek: The Next Generation, right? Watched the whole thing while I was being targeted with my attackers. Like, I mean, they were surveilling me and attacking me, and I was watching all of Star Trek Next Generation. Watched the whole thing because I was like in so much pain, and I just needed to I needed motivation. Then I look on this Mandela effect thing the other night, and apparently in 80 episodes, Captain Picard has this little crystal that he's playing with the whole time. The crystal appears in 80 episodes, and I seriously watched all the episodes, like just, you know, a couple of months before. There was no crystal. He was not holding a crystal. And there's a lot of other ones that are very, very weird. You know, is that just, you know, is that all of us misremembering, or what is it? But anyway, I'm sorry guys today. I'm not doing that well, and I'm trying to kind of play it off and laugh about it. But if you want a lot of hope, go and look at Romola D Reports, Techno Crime Fighters Forum 44, and they have the team that's doing the Techno Crime the targetedjustice.com. They're putting the class action suit together. It's just really professional people with a lot of evidence, and it's something that, you know, I've signed up, and, you know, Doug Cruz, God, I can't remember all their names, John Christiana, you know, Yaya, I just call her Yaya, I guess Midge Mathis, because she's going to be doing it, so I guess I can say her name now, Richard Lighthouse, there's another, Suzanne, and I can't remember her last name, but she's Italian, she lives in New York, awesome lady, just awesome, she ain't going down without a fight. But go watch Techno Crime Fighters Forum 44 for a lot of hope. And I've signed up with them. John Christiana knows a lot about the law, and they're gonna, you know, be looking for lawyers and looking for ways to get this into court. You know, they were talking about how the biggest problem with us, you know, getting a case through is some kind of, it's a subject matter. Subject matter bias, where like the story is just too crazy, so the courts just immediately dismiss it. So the whole thing that they're doing is trying to get enough evidence, you know, enough people, enough testimonies to where the court cannot do that. Because I think that the court saying it's a subject matter bias is really just them being like, oh, it's national security, and we're just gonna you know, it's one of those loopholes where they're not gonna help us. But these guys are really trying to figure it out, and they're smart and they're professional. So I got a lot of hope from that interview, and I joined targetedjustice.com, so I'm gonna be a part of that class action suit, and I think that we all should, if we can get, you know, hundreds and hundreds, you know, maybe even 1,000 strong on a class action suit, you know, we could win, or we could bring it to the Supreme Court. Now, all the target individuals who are like, you know, you're never going to win in court, that's fine. Okay, well, I don't believe that. I believe that if we bring it up to the Supreme Court, something could happen. Even in federal court, if they think that, hey, this is the cat's out of the bag now, you know, we might get some, you know, we might get some satisfaction there. But I do want to say, just for, you know, just to talk to the target individuals who are like, well, you'll never win in court. Okay, even if I gave you that, like, hey, we'll probably never win in court, you know, because the system is rigged, the system's corrupt. Even if we don't win, it's going to be a lot of publicity. We're going to learn a lot of things about the law. A lot of people along the way are going to see, you know, what we're doing. And also, targetedjustice.com, or Targeted Justice, is not just trying to do a class action suit. They are actually also, you know, building awareness. They have an activism team. They have an activism arm. They have a media arm and everything like that. So they're going to be doing a lot more. But it's kind of like this, guys. I'll give you a microcosm. Going and knocking on my neighbor's door, it didn't stop him from harassing me, right? But and it did get the HOA out. But now they kind of know something's going on over there, and it pushed him back. It did push him back for a couple of days. It changed his behavior. He said, wait, people are knocking on my door. You know, I don't like this. I'm going to go ahead and stop for a while. So it did have an effect. You know, it did have an effect, maybe for a short term, but it did have an effect. You know, we got to do microcosm, macrocosm. Now, I think that the targetedjustice.com is going to be a lot more than just pushing people back. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. And John Christiana is a very brilliant man. All the other people on the team are very brilliant, and they're ready to end this. You know, they're ready to do this. We've got. I mean, this is murder. People are being murdered. We're being harassed. We're being stalked. But more importantly, we're being traumatized. We're being tortured. And at no point in that should this person you know, the thought that, hey, that person's mentally ill come in. When somebody says they're being hurt in a hospital. You go into a hospital and you say, my arm hurts. They treat the pain first, whether or not they think something's going on or not. And that's what we have to do in this world. People are saying they're being attacked externally. I am one of those. You know, you guys out there, and in no way, shape, or form should the first thing that comes in be like, well, I just don't believe in that, and we're not going to deal with it. So, you know, these guys are taking a very, you know, they're taking a very logical stance on this, and they're coming forward with everything they got, and I will be helping them. Lots of other things going on too. Just so many good things, you know, coming up. And also, you know, I was thinking about that, and I said that on my last video. I said, you know, and I have a lot harder of a time making these videos now. Not because I don't like making them, or not because I don't have a lot to say, but usually when I start making them, my mind just goes blank. It's like I have a lot of trouble staying on track, like I just did, because I was going to talk about something, and then I completely forgot it. I just did that. Wow. Talk about a mirror inside of a mirror. What was I about to say? Oh, holy shnikes. I really just... Oh, let's see if I can get it back. That was definitely a remote neural manipulation thing. Messing with my short-term memory. Man. Wow. That was brutal right there. Hold on one sec, guys. Wait. I almost had it. Get some oxygen in my brain. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, okay. Got it. How long did that take, guys? Did y'all time me? Okay, so... I've heard this from some TIs too, and I'm not picking on anybody specific because I've heard about it from a lot of TIs, and they kind of complain, and I think they are maybe complaining about me, not particularly, but they're like, you know, be careful about these target individuals that give you a lot of false hope. You know, we don't want that. But I was thinking about it last night, and I was thinking, there's no such thing as false hope. Even some things that haven't, like, unless somebody's taking your money, unless they're like, there's a lot of hope and we're going to do this, now give me your money, and then they take your money and nothing comes from it. But I'm talking about things that, you know, like this is, we need to believe that we can do this. We need to believe that we can get a class action suit. We need to believe that, you know, with enough activism, people will know about this. We need to believe, you know, that good people on the other side will throw monkey wrenches in. We need to believe that this program is going to end. You know, we need to have faith and believe in a good universe, a creator of the universe, that we ask him for freedom and he will find us a path. We need to believe those things. I don't, you know, hope gets us through another day. You know, hope gets us through another day. It gets us through those days where we just feel like we can't go on. And so I have a thing where it's like, I don't really believe in false hope unless somebody's swindling you for money. You know, there are totally ridiculous things like, hey, this program's going to end tomorrow, I promise y'all. You know, that's false hope. But you know, activism, believing we can change things, believing things will change soon. You know, if we get in there and you know, we all put a lot of effort in and a lot of elbow grease, that's not false hope. That's that we believe, then we take action. Those beliefs turn to actions. Those actions do stop it. So belief is the starting point, guys. Hope is the starting point. So I don't know. That's in you know, the things I'm talking about, like, you know, TI saying, you know, some target individuals, you know, they're just making you relive your trauma and they're giving you false hope. A lot of target individuals say that kind of thing, and then they give a bunch of advice that's supposed to save you. But I just think we gotta be a little bit careful with that. We're all dealing with something pretty complicated, and we all need to. What I've heard people who know a lot about this, you know, like John Hall, Dr. Duncan, Dr. Robert Duncan, many other people, you know, like Ella, Neil, like Mike. I mean, just a lot of people. I'm trying to think who else out there has said it, because there's so many people I'm not remembering. But they say we need a unified front. You know, we need a unified front. And that's important. You know, I don't think we should pick at each other because this is such a complicated thing. When another target individual is doing their